Hello everyone, welcome back to Oliveboard. My name is Umer and I will be your quant faculty trainer. And today we have started with important topic for IBPS PO, banking PO and other clerk level exams. Okay, that's percentage. Okay, so this will be done today, and we will start with some moderate, easy and multiple type of tricks here to discuss them and how we can solve any question with the help of these tricks. Okay, so yeah, great. Okay, so we have taken this topic, that is percentage, and before discussing this percentage, I will tell you one thing, that there are how to solve any type of question of percentage in exam. It will be based on 6 types of question will be asked. Okay, so it's very easy. Okay, so if you see about the percentage, okay, so I will tell you one thing, that is percentage. We have 6 types of questions here. Okay, 6 types of question will be asked in an exam. That is, first you should know how the fraction can be converted into like percentage, and that will be quite easy to solve any complex numerical in exam. Okay, first thing is that you should know the fraction conversion easily, and it will help you a lot in exam. Okay, definitely. And then that is the fraction to percentage conversion is. Second is, you should know about how to calculate less percentile, or we can say that first increase percentile, or similarly we can say the decrease percentile. Okay, so we have to calculate like how to calculate increase percentile, decrease percentile, and second more thing is that if we talk about this, is we have to calculate one more thing, that is how increase, decrease, then it is less percentile, more percentile. Okay, these types of we have classified all percentile questions or percentage question of IBPS PO, banking PO and other clerk level exams, that will be classified in these 6 sections. Okay, so these 3, then one I can say that it is like we have like increase in cost and production, like that. If I say that there is increase in percentage something, what should be the production and all that will be discussed. One more thing that I will tell you, that successively percentage will be increased. Successively increase percentile or decrease percentile, that will be discussed here. And one more thing is that is the 4th type and this 5th type. Then I can tell you one more thing. These are the types of questions we have classified every percentage question on the basis of these sections. Okay, and then it will be quite easy for you to solve any type of percentage question in exam. Okay, then I can say it is a splitting of percentage. Okay, sometimes you will be asked to add 160 percentile of some bigger number, and how we can split that number in order to calculate that question in simple time, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, so starting with a fraction, we have one thing, that is, okay, this is you should have this data in mind. Okay, that I'm writing here, this data, that is, always you should remember that 1/2 it will be 50%, 1/3 33.33 percentile, and you know everything. This is you have to recall in your mind this one, and it will save quite of time for you. Like 20 percentile, see, one upon 7, it will be like 14.28, 1/8. I will tell you one more thing, how to calculate these also. Okay, yeah, hi everyone. So I will tell you one more thing, how to calculate these values also, don't worry. And if you see that, I will just write this one. You know this one very well. Okay, give me 1 second. You know this one very well, this one also, this one also, and this one also. In order to calculate 1/6 percentile in every question, just do one thing. I mean 1/2, if I do 1 divided by 1/2, it will become 1/6. That is this value. 1/7 is nothing. I mean 7 is 2. I mean you can remember this like 7 2s, it will like 14, and then multiply by 2, it will like 28. You can remember like that. If you have to calculate 1/8, that is nothing. Just do 1/, I mean we have 1/4. Can we divide it with 2? It will like 12.5. Okay, so it will be like 12.25. Okay, then we have 1/9. Just do one thing, divide this with 3, it will become 11.11 percentile. And then if I say that it will be 1/10, it is nothing but 10 percentile. If I have 1/11, that will be 9.09 percentile. 1/12, that can be calculated here from also. Just divide this with 2, it will be like 8.33 percentile, and if we divide 1/13, it will be like 7.69 percentile, and so on. These are very important things that you have to remember. Okay, so just do one thing. These types of I mean we have to do one thing. This fraction to percentile conversion will be quite important to solve any numerical. Okay, yes, 1/8, that will be okay. That's great. Okay, so if you see the question, I mean any fraction more than that, you can remember 1/14, 1/15, and all that. You can calculate that one also. Now if you see that by remembering this value, you can calculate any percentile in any fraction to percentile value. No, now we have one more thing. I told you that first fraction you should know, fraction to percentile, then increase decrease percentile. I mean how to calculate that, I will tell you. Okay, now in how to calculate, okay, how much? 1/9.09. Okay, so now see the question, how to calculate, I mean increase and decrease. If I say that increase percentile, how to calculate increase percentage or decrease percentage? Okay, this is quite important. Okay, now see, we have to calculate increase percentile, decrease percentile of any number. Okay, sometimes it may be asked that the income of a person increase, salary of a person increase, and any commodity of a person, any item of a person increase. Like if you say that a person A, and first it has like 10 items, like 10 items it have, now it has increased to 30. Okay, so now we have to calculate now how much percentile it increased. Okay, so if you see that directly, we don't have to calculate like we don't have to calculate unity method and all that. Just leave that. Direct method, we have to calculate increase percentile. I can show that by simply I can write increase by this, decrease by this, I mean shortly, say time. Okay, so if I have to calculate the increase, if I say a person has 10 items, now it has been increased, now he has 30 items. What is the increase in percentile? We have to calculate that. So increase in percentile can be calculated like increase in percentile, that can be calculated as how much there is increase. I mean obviously you say 13 minus 10, that will be 20. So we have to calculate increase in percentile. When it is increase in percentile, the denominator should be the lowest term, I mean the least term among these, take as a denominator and multiply with 100. That will be like 200 percentile. Okay, so there is increase of 200 percentage. Okay, if you see the question. Okay, now great. So I mean there is increase of 200 percentage. Now similarly we can move to how to calculate decrease percentile. If I say that a person B has an item, I mean something, it has 40 items. Now it has decreased, like we can say that it decreased to 20. How to calculate the decrease in percentile? Same, just calculate the decrease percentile directly. We can say that how much there is a decrease, that is 20, and take the largest term, that will be 40, divided, I mean we have a like multiply with percentile percentile, that is 100, and it could come as like 1/2 into 100, that will be 50 percentile will be the value. Okay, I have broadly classified all percentile question into 5 broad categories. Okay, so if you remember, if you try to solve all these 5 categories by tricks, definitely you will solve it. Great, 50 percentile will be the answer for this. Okay, so if you see we have calculated increase percentile, decrease percentile as well. Now I had told you that we have, this category is completed. This is also now more and less. How to calculate more and less? If I assume that there are 2 persons, person A and person B. Okay, if I say that the salary, the salary of person A, the salary of person A is more, we can say that 25% more than B. Okay, if I say that the salary of a person A is 25% more than the salary of person B, now you will be asked how much salary, how much percentile salary of B is less than that of A. The percentile degree, the less, we have more and less percentile here. Okay, if I say that the salary of person A is 25% more than B, how much salary, how much percentile salary of B is less than that of A? We have to calculate in that way. Like if you see that, take B. Okay, now if we have to calculate the less percentile, how much salary is there more? Take that. You can write in the form of like X divided by, we have to calculate the percentile B will be less. In order to less, the denominator will be more, X plus this, multiply by 100, this will be the direct formula to calculate that value. Okay, great. The answers are quite good. 20% are the answers. Like see, if we have like 25 divided by 125 multiply with 100, it will be like 1, this by 5, that will be 20 percentile. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, don't calculate it in other ways. Like if the salary of A is 25% more than B, that means that the salary of B will be 20% less as compared to the salary of A. Similarly, if we calculate the same thing, if I say that I have to make a comparison between A and B. If you know all these 6 types of categories that I have make here, definitely you will solve any problem of percentile in an exam. Okay, now if you see that A and B are there, and if I say that the percentile A, if I say that salary of A is 20% less as compared to B. Okay, if I say that the salary of A is 20% less as compared to B, now you have to ask me the salary of B will be more as compared how much percentile. So you can calculate like this. So if we say that how much value we have percentile, we have 20. More percentile, we have like denominator will be like multiply with 100, that will be like 20 upon 80 multiply with 100, it will be like 1/4 multiply with 100, that is nothing but 25%. If salary of A is 20% less than B, then the salary of B will be obviously 25% more than A. Okay, I will just move to, great, the answer is quite good. I will move to present. We have a lot of questions from previous year exams. I will move towards them, but first of all, we should have the knowledge regarding how to calculate increase percentile and decrease percentile. Okay, just going to the question we have, then I will tell you tricks there also. Okay, so just take 10 or 20 seconds. Please give me the value answer for this question. We have the price per kg of sugar decreased by 20%. By which price should the consumption be increased such that expenditure remains same? Okay, good, great. Adhipatos, grade D is answer. Dream Act is 25 percentile grade. So Unreal, I think, is 25% grade. I mean, the answers are quite good. I mean, the all person they have answer like 20 percentile. So you also take classes on paid videos. Like we see, okay. If you see the question like the price per kg of a sugar decreased by 20 percentile. Okay, now we have something that obviously you went to a market and you see that the price decreased by 20%. You have something in, I mean, like 100 rupees, 200 rupees, like in your pocket, and you want to buy some sugar. Now you will increase, I mean, you can buy more now. I mean, there is the price decrease, I mean, 20%. By what percent should the consumption be increased such that the expenditure remains the same? I mean, okay, how you have calculated? How you have calculated? I mean, we have to calculate the increase in expenditure. Increase in expenditure, how you have calculated? How much we have increased, I mean, decrease? That is 20%. I mean, increase in expenditure, that is calculated by 100 minus 20 percentile multiplied with 100. That will be like 20 upon 80 multiplied with 100. So we have 1 upon 4 multiplied with 100. You don't have to make this calculation as I am making. I'm just, I mean, that will be 25%. Obviously, you can calculate in only one step. Okay, I'm just saying this calculation. Okay, you can make it only in one step. Okay, now moving to the next question we have. Good evening, Mohit. Good evening. Can you do this question? I mean, this question. Okay. Okay. Yes, this is the first class of your foundation, I mean the base, and I will try to increase the level of question. First I thought I should start with basic foundation and you should not make any mistake in exam. Okay, if you make here, no problem. We have to minimize the error in exam. Okay, you see that now the quant has increased the level. Okay, if you see the previous exam, IBPS, I mean, that was conducted yesterday, I mean Saturday, it was quite tough. Good. I mean, those who have answered like that, quite good, impressive. Like if you see the question is that something you see A exceeds B by 60 percentile. Okay, so whenever the value or data is not given, we can take the value as 100. Okay, obviously you have to take percentile has the benefit that whenever the value is not given, you can assume the base value as 100. Now you can assume which term you can take as a base is a concept. A exceeds B by 60%, also C exceeds B by 40%. So, I mean, we can take B as a base. I mean, if I assume that, take B as 100. If B is 100, A exceeds 60%. Can I say that A will be like 160? Okay. Now, B, I mean, also C exceeds B by how much? 40%. That means C will be like how much? It will be like 140. So, A is given, B is given. Now, what we have to calculate then what percentage A exceeds by C? How much percentile A exceeds with C? I mean, C. And we have to calculate that increase percentile or decrease percentile can be calculated. That how much there is the change increase, that is 20, and we have to calculate how much that is exceed increase percentile. Just take the simple value, the lesser value, that is 140, multiplied with 100, and we know that it will be like 1/7 multiplied with 100, and you know that 1/7 is nothing but 14.28. I told you that. Just try to remember these values. These are quite important from exam point. Okay, so these are that's good. So good. Okay, so that will be like how much? It will be like 14.28. Okay, so this will be the 14.28 will be the question. The answer, that is option B will be the correct option. Okay, so just you have seen that the importance of this value. You don't have to calculate like now. You don't have to divide 100 with 7. Obviously, you know the everything regarding this percentage. No. This question is from successive percentage. Bhugdas, Akash Kumar, Prashnath Kumar, great. इनके sir, आपका मीन्स का कोई बैच है? Yeah, they are running in parallel. Okay, pre as well as means. Obviously, I will do one thing. I will drop. Give you my. Yeah. Back while please complete quant syllabus in English before SBI PO and exam. Yeah, definitely I will try to finish it as maximum as possible. Like the quality matters. Okay, if you got some things like new tricks and all that, and if you are able to calculate any numerical with that help of trick, it will be quite beneficial. Okay, I will do that. And one more thing is that I will give you my Telegram channel, and there you will find this PDF, and you can solve this. There are multiple questions on different patterns based on IBS, like PO and clerk level exams. So do that also. Don't worry. I will share that one also. I have my previous channel with previous organization. Now I have leave it that. Now I will give a new channel link. Now see the question we have. The price of a book, if you see the question we have, the price of a book is first increased by 10%. Okay, and then decreased by 5%. Then the net change in the price of a book will be, okay, nothing is given. The increase decrease is given, and how we can calculate that? The net percentage change is calculated as, how to calculate net percentile change? That is nothing. If we have to change that, we have x plus y plus xy upon 100. This is the formula that is used to calculate the percentage change. Okay, now one thing you have to remember, if we have increase, take it as positive. If it is decrease is taken as negative, increase is taken as positive. Okay, so we have first increase by 10% plus, then we have 5% as minus, as obviously we know. Great. Some word discussion in Hindi also. Okay, if you please some words discussion in Hindi also. Okay, no problem. If you have any problem in any question, you can ask me. I will tell you in Hindi also, no problem. Yeah, I can provide you Telegram link also. Don't worry, my dear. So now if we have 5 and 10, it will be 50. That divided by 100, it will be 5 minus, like obviously it will be like how much? 1 upon 2, that is 0.5, it will like 4.5 percentile. So 4.5 percentile is a net percentage change. Okay, that's good. The option number B will be the correct option for this question. I will explain in Hindi also, don't worry. कर सकता हूँ, ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है. So अगर आप in case you feel any problem in any question, you can ask me. I can give an answer in Hindi also, don't worry. Please answer this question. Yeah, that will be increased, my dear. I told you in after that I will tell you why it was increased, my dear. The positive sign will be increase, negative will be decrease by this simple trick like that. If it is positive, it was 4.5 plus, that is increase. Okay. Okay. Have you calculated this question? Pawan Chauhan. It's T. Okay. You can use a simple average method. Don't go for weighted average, my dear. Okay. Now, if you see the question is very, now I will try to increase the level of question is that Amit scored 75 marks in subject A. We have subject A, Amit scored 75 marks. He scored 62, we can say the 62 percentile marks in subject B and X marks in subject C. Okay, we don't have any information regarding X. So, maximum marks in each subject were 150. Okay, the total marks I want a maximum marks we have 150 for each subject. The overall percentage marks obtained by Amit in 3 subjects together were 54. The average is given. Okay, so we can say that the overall percentage obtained by Amit in all will be like this. How many marks did he score in subject C? We have to calculate the marks here, not percentile. Okay, so yes, please. So now how to calculate that? Can you say that if we say that Amit scored 75 marks in subject A, we have total marks 150. Can we say that percentage marks that Amit score in subject A will be like 75 upon 150, that will be like 50 percentile? Okay, for subject A it's 50%. Okay, if you see the subject B, it's also given. Can we write that subject for percentage marks obtained in subject B, that is 62 percentile, that is also given. Now if you see that the marks given in, I mean there is nothing, that the marks are given like X marks in subject B. Okay, so how to calculate that? Can you see that? How to calculate? Can you say that average can be calculated like this? For A it is 50 percentile. For B it is like 62 percentile. Can you say it like X percentile? If you said X percentage, okay, we have taken X as a percentage here. How much we have, like total it is 54 percentile. Okay, now can you calculate this? We have like, how much we have? It will be like 112 plus X divide, I mean we can multiply this, it will be like 162. Then X will be how much? If we did, it will like 50 percentile. So you calculate that the value of X, I mean the marks obtained by C X in percentage, it will be 50. So 50 is calculated 50 percentile, but we have to calculate the marks, exact marks, that total marks are 150, and we have X, I mean the value obtained by C, marks obtained by C are nothing but 50 percentile. The 50 percentile of 150 will be like how much? So exact marks will be 75. Okay, so you don't have to do, I mean this lot of calculation. Just go one thing, that A has obtained 75 marks, that will be obviously 50 percentile. Good evening, very good evening. So if you see that B is in, Alok is joining. Okay, great. So Asif Rahman, this is like 75, great. Pawan Chauhan, great. Okay, good. So if you see that you have calculated the value of marks here. Now marks of B are given in percent, I mean they are exact marks, but we can calculate in percentile as the value was given. Percentile is given, we can take average, we can calculate the value of X as by 75 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, so next question we have. Calculate this one. If you make any error, don't worry. I mean, you can make error here, no problem. Okay, no one will tell you. Okay, but we have to minimize their error in exam. That's why try to solve this question. If you make any error, I will rectify that. No problem. Don't worry. Great. It is Abadut Das 110. Good. Okay, good. Asif Rahman, we have Inceptible 110, Selvi 110, great. Paramount 110, good. At least you should try it. Try to solve it. If there is any error, if you got any wrong answer, don't worry. I will show you how to solve. I mean, with less time. Okay. So, okay, good. So there are some questions, I mean, in next slide, there are some tricks to be needed, okay? So it will take a lot of time to solve them, but if you solve with the help of a trick, definitely you will save much more time. Naveen Kumar, good. Banking, while good. Now, Leo also great. So if you see the question we have, here, I mean, if there is something, most of students face problem with their color, they can choose like sir or red, I can't see and all that. That's why I'm taking blue. So if you see that, if the difference between the 25 percentile and 15 percentile of any number is 77. Any number, if you take 25 percentile and 15 percentile, subtract them, Binu Kumar, good, Sresh also good, and the percentile will be 75. Now, then what will be the 1.28 percentile of the same number? Okay, if you remember this thing, this is something, the fractional value I have already told you that, okay, so it will quite easy if you remember that value, and you can directly solve this question in second. Okay, so listen, 25 percentile and 15 percentile of a number, if you differentiate them, I mean, if you got subtracted, it will be 75. So if you see that, can you say that 10 percentile will be like 77, sorry? Okay, if 10 percentile is 77, can I write 100 percentile? I mean, the number will be like 77, 770. You calculate. Good evening, very good evening. Yeah. Sir, continue really this session. Yeah, it will be, I mean, it will be continue from every Monday to Saturday. Okay, 8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m. only, don't worry. And just be, I mean, I will try to increase the level also. Okay, so you have calculated the number is 770. Now, if you see that, now you have to calculate what will be the number 14.28 percentile. But you don't take like this. You cannot take like 14.28 percentile and divide by 100. No, we don't have to waste our time. I already told you that the value, this is nothing but, 1 upon 7. Obviously, I told you the fraction percentile conversion. So we have to calculate 1 upon 7 of 770. Obviously, it will be like 110. Okay. So if okay. So please repeat previous question. Which question? Good evening. Good evening. Okay. So which question I have to repeat, my dear? Okay. 1 upon 7, that will be 110. Good. So if you see that the difference of 2 percentile is given, I mean 25 percentile of any number, if we subtract 15 percentile of that number, we will get that number, I mean 77. So that means the 10 percentile will be 77. Obviously 100 percentile will be like 770. You have to calculate 14.28 percentile of this number. That means we don't have to take these values. Okay, we know that it is a fractional value 1 upon 7. So calculate 1 upon 7 of this number. That will be like 110. Okay, it will be like good. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है. So actually I was taking a session for US also, that's why just maybe accent like this. So don't worry. Like next question. If you have any question, we have a group also on Telegram. I will give the link. We will discuss also. Don't worry. Good, good. Okay, good. This is Abadut Das. Inseparable, great, good. You can answer like A, B, C, D also, or percentile, 10 percentile, 20, 30%, as your wish. Good. I mean, everyone should try it. Don't worry if it is, I mean, if you find any error, I mean, if you calculate it in wrong ways, don't worry. Just try to calculate. At least you should try. Okay. Give your answer. Obviously, no one is watching you and all that. Just give your answer. Try it. Obviously, I mean, it will. If you try it, you will become perfect in every exam. Okay. Try to solve it. Satwal Das, Paramount, Asif Rahman, great. I mean, these are Leo also good. What I'm giving, why I'm giving you 30 seconds or 20 seconds in order to, I mean, every person should solve this question. Some obviously I know that some among you will solve it in 10 seconds. They have given answer in 10-20 seconds, but just I'm waiting for the other person also. Banking value, good. Banking value SEBI. Now, if you see the question is that, okay, I will continue the session. Don't worry, my dear. So if you see the question, Aryan is 20 years old. I mean, the information regarding the age of Aryan is given as she is 20 years. Okay. If Rohan's age is 25% greater than that of Aryan, I mean the age of Rohan is 25% that of, more than that of Aryan, then how much percentile the Aryan's age is less than that of Rohan's age? Definitely we have calculated that a comparison like increase, decrease, lesser and more. We have calculated that. If you remember that, definitely you will solve this. Okay, now if you know, we don't have requirement of this data, like we can take no problem, but in order to save time, in order to make it like very fast, so if we know that, we have to calculate then how much percentile or percent Aryan's age is less than that of Rohan's age. I mean, we can calculate the less percentile or decreased percentile. That will be, we have 25%, and that is, I mean, in order to calculate the less percentile, decreased percent, that will be, denominator will be more, that is 25. This multiply with 100, so it will be like 25. I mean, I am just writing, you don't have to write in exam and all that, you can just make in fast calculation more than me. So it will like, so it will be like 20%. Okay, so I mean, I am just writing in 3 or 4 steps. You have to, I mean, you have to minimize this step. You can directly answer like this step, like 25 upon 125, that will be 1 upon 5, that will be 20%, and this will be the answer. I'm just showing the steps. I mean, everyone should call this how to calculate. Okay, so if you know this one how to calculate, if I give you another question based on that pattern, definitely you will do it. So now moving to next one. One second, that will be, we'll discuss this also. This one, calculate this one. Okay, yeah, I will tell you everything, my dear. No problem. Actually, okay, good. Here I will tell you one trick also, how to, I mean, minimize the time to calculate the fractional into percentage. I mean, the fraction, if it is bigger term in fraction, how to calculate that term in percentile. I will tell you one more thing. If you do practice, definitely you will think like it is quite good math. Abuduk Das is, I mean, Insatiable, Niku, Tiwari, Leo, and Selvi. I mean, they have answered like A will be the answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, मेरा background, like sir, आपका background क्या है? Actually, I have completed my masters in engineering, and from last 6 years, I am working this banking sector, like education in banking, teaching in banking and all that, SBI, PO and all that. Good. Okay, now if you see the question, Ankit got his result of 10th standard noted. Marks are obtained out of, I mean, 150. I mean, total marks on for every subject will be 150. Ankit got 120 marks in Hindi, 130 marks in English, 140 marks in science, 120 marks in Sanskrit, and 100 marks in social science. What is the percentage of the marks he got in all 5 subjects? Okay, if you see the question is very simple, but the calculation part is, sir, yeah, definitely it will be only in English. Okay, so I have already informed you that this session from 8 to 9, this will be only in Hindi. I mean, sorry, English. So how to calculate? Obviously, if you know the percentage, this will be calculated. What are the total marks he got? I mean, you can calculate. I mean, you can give me the information. It will be like 120, 130, 140, 120. Okay, and 100 also, and the total marks in 5 subjects, we know that 5 subjects 155 for every subject, that will be like 750 will be the total mark. And in order to calculate percentile, multiply with 100. Just calculate the numerator value. What is the numerator value? The class for both and both contests speak in English. Okay, so yeah, what was the value for numerator? Okay, if you see the value, we have 120, 130, 140, 120 and 100. This will be 0, 5, 4. How much? Yeah, 6, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 610. 610 divided by 750 multiply with 100. Okay, and then you can try to reduce it this way also. Just erasing by 25 will be by reducing it 25. Okay, one more thing I will tell you here is that sometimes the question, from here onward, I will tell you one trick also here. Listen, sometimes what we see, we got a fraction that is not, obviously we are not able to reduce it, but still we have to calculate like how to calculate the value. Okay, in percentile. We do a lot of calculation, but we stuck here. We are not able to answer. Okay, if we take an example like we have 583 and it is divided by like 855 and we are not able to reduce it. Okay, we have to like make it in percentile. How to make it in percentile? Definitely there is something. If I make, now listen, if I make this to 900, example, I am just assuming that if I make this denominator as 900, like it will be like something in denominator with 900, I can cancel out these two zeros. It will be like the numerator divided with 9. Then it will be quite easy for me to make this question, calculate the percentile. So this is one of the best way also, in order to, if you are not able to find the way how to calculate this fraction, how to calculate the percentage from this fraction, you can make this, this way. That is, I can like, okay, give me 1 second. Okay, we have the value here is, like 610, 750 multiply with 100. I just told you one example and then you can calculate this one very easily. That is, if you have like 583, it is divided by, like take an example of 855, it is multiplied with 100. This is quite difficult as compared to this. So how to calculate percentile from this? Try to remember. So if I make this 900, why 900? In order to cancel that two zeros with this 100. Okay, so I have to add something here. How much I have to add to make it 9? It will like 45. Okay, if I add this 45, it will become 900. Okay, now I can write it as 900, but obviously it will become something near to 600 also, so it will become like 600. We can write it is like 6 upon 9. Okay, got it? Now the trick is here, how much you have to multiply. If you do a lot of practice, definitely you will solve any numerical. First time it will be like very hectic for you, but very simple. How much you have to multiply this 9 in order to make it 45? That is, we can, if I multiply 5 with 9, it will be 45. Same, you have to add like numerator. That is, you have to add numerator to 30, denominator with 45. Definitely, if you take like this 583 and I have to add like with 30, and it will become 90 also. So we can write this one as, it will be like 613 divided by 9. This is over. Now it's quite easy for me to calculate this percentile. Okay, similarly you can calculate that one also. This is how fast calculation you can make. If you do practice on this, definitely, obviously you can solve any numerical from this. Take 2 or 3 numerical examples and just try to figure out this fraction, how to calculate, and it will be quite easy, and you will not stuck here. Sometimes you will stuck here, if it is not reducible. You can here reduce by 25, and it is okay. Now for this question, I'm expecting answers for everyone. At least try it. In case you made an error, no problem, I will rectify it. This class for both count and spoken English. Not spoken English, only count. I mean, in PO exam, sometimes you see the language, I mean the passage, the question is quite lengthy, okay, but it is quite simple. Don't get trapped that the language is quite difficult. I mean the language is quite high or lengthy, so how much it will take time to read, but it will be quite simple. Obviously they good inceptible Neef is there, Saswat Das, good, at least they are trying it, okay. So I am waiting for your answer, my dear. Just answer it. If it is wrong, don't worry. Just try to solve it. Vikram Singh, Sai Prasad, Riya Singh, good. Selvi, good. Those, Leo, good. So we have a question like here. I'm just solving this. A person bought some chocolates for his 4 kids. He gave 20% of chocolate to the first kid and 30% to the second kid and 14% to the of the chocolate to the third kid. Okay, that the data is given for 3 kids. Okay, here, and he then gave 3/4 of the remaining chocolate to the last kid, I mean the 4th kid, okay. And if the kid got 105 chocolates, okay, find the number of chocolate that the father bought, okay. I mean obviously good, banking wild also good. I mean at least you are doing great practice, okay. Now if you see, the question is, a person bought some chocolate. I mean we don't know, let's assume that X. I mean sometimes we don't take any value also, don't waste in time, like, okay. Now the first children got how much percentile? 20% of the chocolate for the first kid. I mean first kid got 20%. Very good. If you take 38 percentile of chocolates were given to second kid, and that will be like 38 percentile, and the third kid got how much chocolates? 14 percentile. Okay, if you see how much it is, it will like 50, 60, 72 percentile. Total, these 3 kids got 70. Sir, please take classes for SBA Prelims pre also, okay. No, don't worry, just try to get more practice here. Definitely you will solve any numerical, my dear, okay. In fact, I have told you in the beginning, I will just try to increase this level. I mean this is the procedure how to reach your any exam, clerk, PO, SBI PO, IBPS PO, any exam. Just start with easy question, try to move with the help of that, get concepts, get tricks, solve medium level, moderate, and then solve any tough or tough examples, okay. So if you see, first kid got 20 percentile, second kid 30, and these 3 kids got 72 percentile. Very good, sir, one of you, great. If you did, now remaining, the remaining percentile we have only, it's 28 percentile, and out of that if you see that, then gave 3/4 of the remaining chocolate to the last kid. I mean, can we calculate the 3/4 of this? 3/4 of this will be like, it will like 21 percentile, okay. Now among this remaining 28 percentile, he gave 3/4 of the remaining chocolate to the last kid. I mean 21 percentile was given to the last kid, and the last kid got how much percentile? That is, he got 105 chocolates, and you have to calculate the total number of chocolate. Thank you so much. And now if you see that, I mean, you 21 percentile of total chocolate, let's assume 1, it will be like 105. So you can write like, so x will be like 105 divided by 21 multiplied with 100. That will be like 5 multiplied with 100. 500. So don't think that I am making this calculation, sir. You can make it quite simple. आपको ये भी लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. You just add this value, you got 72 percentile. Out of 100 percentile, we have only remaining 28 percentile. Out of 28 percentile, 3/4 got the fourth kid. That is 21 percentile. You can write that one also. Now 21 percentile is given as 105. It is given in the question. It is given as we have the data at 105. So you can calculate the total number of chocolates was 500. Okay, so this is the way how you can calculate any question. Okay, so I have just taken, there are a lot of questions in this PPT. I will do one thing. Then sir 28 कैसे आया? Okay, no 28 कैसे आया? Okay, if you see that he has given in the data that first child got 20 percentile, second got 38 percentile, and the third kid got 14 percentile of the chocolate. 14 percentage. And the total percentage they get is 72. And if you see the remaining, we have only 100 percentile, and we know that the out of total we have 100 percentile. He has given for first kid, second kid, and third kid 72. You can just subtract that part. The remaining it has now is 28. Clear? Now 28 percentile are the remaining chocolates. The father have now. The person have now. Now the thing is that he says out of this remaining part, 3/4 are giving to the last kid. That is the 21 percentile is given to the last kid. Also it is given that the 21 percentile is nothing but 105, and you can calculate the 100 percentile or x percentile. The total percentage will be the 100. Multiply with the data with 100, it will become the 500 chocolates we have. Okay, so this is all about, just 1 second, I will do one thing. Okay, the name of, I have just recently, is it clear now? No problem with this session. Any doubt, still doubt in this question or any previous question, I can explain. One more thing is that, you can reach this Telegram channel. Okay, good. So you can reach this Telegram channel. I will drop a PDF there every time. Okay, and one more thing, tomorrow there will be some increase. The moderate to tough level, we will increase the percentile questions. And obviously we see that if you see that the Saturday, the IBPS paper that was conducted on Saturday was quite tough, and after taking the response from student, they told that the question was like mixed type like that. If we talk about the equation, linear equation or something like quadratic equation is given, we got answers, but the answers was in exponential form. So we have to take like we have to talk like this. We have to calculate these questions also, so that you should be always ready for this pattern. Okay, so simple, moderate, and tough, then you can reach super tough also. I will tell you, and I will tell you the tricks also. Don't worry, my dear, I will tell you tricks also. So this is you can find this PDF on here. Okay, so if you like this video, this was my first session for you guys, and here. So if you like video, please do like, share with your friends, and see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. It will be 8 to 9 p.m. only. Okay, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, bye bye, take care.